Hey everybody, and welcome to Healthy Talks with my healthcare lady, Katina Jackson. And we're back once again. And listen, I miss you all so much. We've been having some blast, having some fun just this past couple of weeks since this new year has come about, talking about resetting, right? We've had Miss Katina on talking about resetting the mind and the body. We have my boo, Pastor Jackson, on talking about the spiritual reset. And so today I said, why not me just share something with you on resetting your self-esteem, right? Is that a real thing? It is. It's a real thing to be able to set your self-esteem and to reset your esteem up. How do I know? Because I actually went through the process, right? And so I want to share with you this process that I went through, how I got my boldness back, how I define who I am, how I'm just this happy-go-lucky person, and how I just begin to love me. And so when you think about setting your mind, resetting your self-esteem, of course, resetting your mind, resetting your body, resetting your spirit, all that goes together on how it reflects your self-esteem. Okay? And so I want to say, first of all, y'all, I'm excited because in 2 more days, it'll be 2 years since I have went through my huge transformation. For some of you who may not know, 2 years ago, I went through the surgery process of losing over 120 pounds. And so 2 years is coming up, and guess what? I have maintained and kept my weight off. So I'm excited about that. And so we're going to talk some more about that as well. But yes, that was part of my process in helping me to build my self-esteem. Now, I'm not saying for you that you have to go and lose weight to build your self-esteem up, but it was my process. It was my journey. It was what I had to do for me to get the esteem built up. And so some of you, I don't know if you have not realized this, but your self-esteem reflects everything about you. It reflects how you feel about things, how you receive what people say to you or about you. It affects your physical health. It affects your relationships with people, because of how are you feeling about yourself reflects and it comes out into the opening. So if your self-esteem is low or you're dealing with some issues, it's going to reflect that, where people will see that you're having some issues within your life or what you may be going through. And so for me, I'm going to tell you this, is that what happened for me, what made me go through this journey, what made me transitioning the way I was thinking is I had to accept it. Okay? So we're going to start there. In order to make a transition, you have to accept things for how they are and what they is or is not. Okay? So when I talk about that, let's say for my weight. My weight was my biggest burden for me. Okay? And so I had to accept that I was overweight. I had to accept that I was taking several medications. I had to accept that I wasn't happy with myself. I had to accept that I had lost joy. I lost my identity on who I was. I had to accept that I was angry on the inside. I had to accept that I did this to myself. And once you can accept the things that you can change and change it, you can now move forward. Okay? Think about these serenity prayers. It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay? So at that point, I knew acceptance is what I had to accept. So I'm going to take this right here, right now. Look yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Okay? You have to be honest with yourself, because people, your loved ones, sometimes they do things to spare your feelings, but sometimes they will be telling you the truth, but you are in denial. Okay? So acceptance means I have been in denial about how I feel about myself. I have been in denial about my weight, or I have been denial knowing that I'm going through some mental issues or some concerns I have. So accept that you have been going through denial. And then once you accept it, then you can move forward. But you have to be honest with yourself. So I want you to just think back for yourself some things that you have not accepted about yourself. And it's hard. It's really hard to think about it. But some things you want to change about yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all those things you may want to change. Have you accepted the things that you need to change? Okay? So that's one thing you want to think about is that, okay? All right. So once I had accepted, hey, I need to do something about my weight. My doctor's saying I can't do a lot of exercise. My doctor is saying that, I can only do water aerobics. I couldn't walk. My knees would buck up. My back would hurt. Even talking about having knee injections, right? And so I had to accept the fact that if I don't do something to change my body, my physical body, I am going to be deteriorating myself, okay? I will continue to be unhappy with myself. And so at that point, I said, you know what? I am worthy. I understand the value that I bring. So in order to be operating at 100% capacity that I know that I'm able to and capable of doing, I accepted that. And then you have to move forward. You have to take that action. Okay? You have to move forward and accept the challenges that's going to come with it. Because whenever we're coming out of something that we're comfortable with, right? It will be uncomfortable moving forward because you move into a place out of your comfort zone. And anytime you're changing yourself, anytime you're making these changes, it's uncomfortable. And so I look at it like this. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed because we want the change to happen immediately. But look at it like this. Look at it like the snowball effect when it comes down to your financial needs, right? They talk about how the snowball effect, you should just chunk away one small bill at a time to hit your goal. Well, look at it like that when it comes down to your esteem. Let's conquer one small thing at a time as a snowball effect so you can get to where you want to go to. Let me say it again. In order to make a change, or for me, in order for me to make a change, I had to do a snowball effect to get me from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to where I am on today. So on today, when you see my appearance have changed, you see my esteem have changed, you see how bold I've become, or the person that I am, or my identity that I have on today, that wasn't an overnight thing. That was a snowball effect. So my question is, how effective do you want to be? How effective do you want to apply yourself in life? How effective do you want to be in life? How effective do you want to be to yourself in life? Meaning, how much you want to fulfill the things you want to do in life. Okay? So what happened after I had accepted it, I need to make a change in my weight. What did I do? I did my research, looked at several physicians around, called them, right? Got my reviews, had my consultation, did all those things required for me to move forward. And then once I had did my research, I made a final decision. And when you make a decision that you're going to make a change, you have to stick with it. Regardless of what people are going to say and think, you have to stick with the decision that you have made, because after all, you're doing it for yourself. Can nobody build your esteem up but you? So make the final decision on what you're going to move forward with and embrace that decision that you have made for yourself. So I made the decision, hey, I'm going to go through this journey and I'm going to have this surgery. And that's exactly what I did. And it was a challenge because emotionally I was going through some things because we sometimes beat ourselves up, right? I was thinking, how did I get to this point? How did I get this heavy? Why am I on all this medication? I started just beating myself up. But what good is that going to do? You beating yourself up means that you have a non-healthy esteem because you're beating yourself down. People are already doing this, so quit beating yourself down. You have to speak those things to existence. So making a decision, sticking with your decision, and moving forward with it. Okay? And so you have to remember this too. When you're making those changes, you have to understand what your purpose is in life. What are you designed to do? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to do it? Right? I have this saying where I go out to speak, and the saying is, I am here on purpose, for a purpose, with purpose. Right? I am here on purpose, for a purpose, with purpose. What does that mean to you when you say, I am here on purpose? Purpose means you are intentionally here. You are intentionally doing things. I'm here for a reason. So what is your purpose of why you are here? Why did you show up today? Why did you come on a podcast live with me today? Why did you make the decision you made today? Understanding your purpose and why you're doing something. I understood my purpose was I wanted to live a healthier lifestyle. I wanted to love myself more than I ever have before. I wanted to live a longer life for my children. I wanted to feel good about who I was on the inside, y'all, because I had lost my purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was. I had lost who I was. I was so unhappy on the inside with myself to where I was deteriorating on the inside of me. And if you feel that way right now, I'm going to need you to stop it right now and identify with yourself what's your purpose in life and why you want to move forward or what you want to move forward with. Identify what that purpose is. And let me help you out on your purpose, okay? God designed each and every one of us on earth for a purpose, right? For us to love and serve him, to lift him up. So, first of all, that's your purpose to be here anyway. So, when your esteem is low and you're not feeling good about yourself and you beating yourself up, think about God created you for a reason. So, that's your purpose already. So, if you don't know what that purpose is, no, that's my purpose, is to be here to serve Christ. That's your purpose, right? But he also put a gift on the inside of you for you to activate and move forward on the purpose on the earth realm as well. Okay? You have a spiritual purpose and you have a purpose to be here on earth for. So again, I am here on purpose. For a purpose, meaning why am I purposely here? Right? Am I effectively working in the purpose that God has designed for me to work in? And the last is with purpose. With purpose means this. I'm showing up. I'm here. I'm being intentional. I understand my assignment. I understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And no matter what anybody got to say about it, no matter what people don't like about what you're doing, no matter what type of doubt that may come across your mind, when you understand those three concepts, nothing will stop you. Nothing can stop you. You will be unstoppable. You'll be the person that you are designed to be, which is unstoppable. You are great. You are loved. So you have to understand that concept. So you have to dig deep on the inside of you and understand the purpose in life. You can choose death or you can choose life. I choose to live. What about you? Are you choosing to live a healthy life? A great life that God designed for you to do in the first place? We put so much junk and so much burden on ourselves. We do that. But it's okay because you can start over. You can reset yourself, y'all. That's the glory of it. You can reset yourself. Again, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, even financially. That's what I love about starting over, starting fresh. That old man is gone. You have to get rid of the old person. Get rid of it. Out of thinking, stinking. Get rid of all that stuff. It don't matter. Because think about this right here. Think about this. When you are born again, born in Christ, that old man is dead, right? God's that man is gone, right? When you do that. So think about that. That old person is gone, and now I'm moving forward. You have to move forward. And forgive yourself for your past. Okay? You have to forgive yourself for your past. Forgive yourself for the stress and strain that you put yourself through. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to feel sorry for yourself. Let it go. It doesn't matter. You're holding yourself accountable for a thing that you're not happy with. But guess what? You have to be accountable to move forward as well. So how long are you going to hold on to something that can nobody change but you? Now, and I don't know why I'm going this direction, but think about it biblically. When we say the Lord's Prayer, and we say forgive those, and we forgive ourselves, right? Right? So you cannot ask God to forgive you until you forgive yourself. So you have to forgive yourself. You have to forget your past and move forward. And besides, you can celebrate the new person that you are, that you're becoming. All right? And then you need to focus on what's in front of you. Focus on your present. Focus on the right now. If you want to be the best person you can be, focus on right now. Where are you right now? What type of mindset do you have right now? What can you change right now before you? Those small snowball effects. Your present. You can't move forward because you're so busy looking at your past. You turn around and you move forward, and you have a straight and narrow line that you walk down with your head up proudly. So when I focus on myself, I look at myself now in the present, and I would say that was the best decision I made for myself, is when I decided to go through this journey of building myself back up. Don't get me wrong. I see pictures now that Facebook reminds me of my past. That's okay, because see, that is a reminder of how far you come, okay? So if you're going to look at your past, look at it as a reminder how far I come, but not to sob about it, right? Not to cry about it, not to moan about it. So anytime you feel like you're failing or you're not moving forward fast enough, just take a look back like, wow, I've come a long way. So I still have weight I want to lose, y'all. I really do. I do. And I'm thankful for where I am. But when I look back at the old way, I'm like, wow. Okay, I'm doing a great job. Okay, keep up the good work. You have to applaud yourself. You have to celebrate your winnings, your small winnings and your big winnings. Celebrate yourself in the present. It's one thing I wish I would have done more of, was celebrate my wins. You have to celebrate your wins. And no, it is not being, you're not boasting, right? You are not bragging. But if you don't celebrate your wins, who will? Celebrate your wins. You have to. You have to. Because what will happen is you'll continue to move forward and wanting to continue to change to where you won't see how far you become. You won't see how far you've grown. So embrace it. Focus on your present. You don't want to miss an opportunity that you can embrace for yourself. Because now I look back over the 2 years, y'all, I get emotional because it's like, I did it for me, for a reset, to be healthier, but I didn't know I was going to blossom into the woman I am today. If you look back 2 years and now, you may say, Letitia, she's really going. She's going hard. She's grown. She's changed. But no, it's not changed. It's that I have embraced the woman I always thought I could be. The woman I always knew that I was. Right? The woman I already knew that God had designed me to be. But I had all those barriers on me. Right? I accepted all the barriers on me to where I could not celebrate the person that I was then, because I looked back at all the things that I was not. So what I'm saying right now is, although you might not be where you want to be, you might not feel the way you want to feel, you might not look the way you want to look, your career might not be where you want to be, but look where you are. Look at all the wins you got right now. And the things you don't like, let's change it. Okay? By one step at a time. One snowball effect at a time. Remember, you didn't get here overnight. Don't expect to change it overnight. But I look at 2 years over my life, and so much has changed to where I can't even keep up with it. And by you focusing on your on your present, you're now feeling your future, right? Now you're like, okay, I'm ready to go now, right? You can now see farther along than what you used to could, because you were so stuck into that rut, feeling sorry for yourself, feeling back to where you couldn't see no farther than what was in front of you. But now you can fill your future up, because now you know where you want to go. Now you know where you're going. And even if you don't know, by you having your esteem so pumped up, so powerful, you're on 10, you're going to walk into situations where you're going to be blessed. Because you're actually operating in your fullest potential. You're operating in your fullest purpose. You're celebrating who you are. You're saying, God, I love you for making me who I am. Right? God didn't make us to sob and be sad. He made us in his image. But we self-sabotage ourselves so much, especially us women. We beat ourselves up so much to where we can't look forward. We can't see what's in front of us. So much goodness is right there in front of you, but you cannot see it. But it's up to us to make the change. So I'm hoping I'm saying something to you on tonight, that you can look back over your life and say, you know what? Celebrate the things that you did not celebrate. And the things you have not changed or you want to change, move forward with it. It's easy. It's easy. Write it down on a sheet of paper, y'all. Write the vision and make it plain, right? Make it plain. Now at work, we have something we call a task sheet. And we talk about this all the time. We say, write down all the tasks that needs to be completed. Write down the date that you want it to be completed on. So a goal date. And then prioritize what should come first and what needs to be last. So those small jobs, knock them out quickly. Go and get them out the way. So that way you can focus on the biggest obstacle to you to get past. It's not rocket science, but we have to keep ourselves accountable because you are valuable. Only problem is you don't know your own value. You bring value to every table you sit at, to every conversation you have with a person. You bring value. So it's up to you how much value you're going to bring. Because when your esteem is not there, when you don't feel good about yourself, you're not bringing the best version of you. So the question is, how much of value am I going to bring? But first, bring it to yourself. because you're your biggest asset, right? I can bet on myself today that I'm going to be the best person that I can be by moving forward and accepting the things that I can change, the things I cannot change. Challenging myself to be a better person every day, getting the job done, accomplishing my goal. Also, making sure I do affirmations for myself. You have to speak life into yourself. So my daily routine is this. I get up in the morning and of course, I pray to God. I'm going to pray, right? I turn on my gospel music, or I'm going to turn on some inspirational sermons, or even a nice motivational speaker, and I play that as I'm getting ready for work. Okay? I get to my office. I now take out 10 minutes out of my day to have a moment of peace, a moment with God, right? We get so focused on everything around us to where we don't have time to take 10 minutes out of our busy schedule to have a moment with God. Having a moment with God and writing in my journal every day and saying, God, I hear you. God, I'm listening. I'm sitting still, and you have your way. You direct your way in what you want me to do today. It is your will. Because I'm truly operating in my purpose for you. So after that routine, I tell my staff, okay, for 1 hour, do not come into my office. This is my time to get whatever I have to get done. Right? And from there, I leave work. I have lunch, right? You treat yourself, you have lunch, leave work, spend time with my kids, go to the gym when I can, right? These things here is what I'm saying you have to do to maintain it. So once you figure out your goal, your purpose, you have to have a maintainable strategy that you're going to utilize every day. And it can't be, I don't feel like it. No, you have to do it to be accountable. You cannot change off of, I don't feel like it. People often want to make changes but doing the same thing over and over and over again, like a broken record. But you can't make changes doing the same thing. That's called insanity, right? So again, you have to accept those things. Be real with yourself. And so, again, I'm excited because 2 years has hit. It would be 2 years and 2 days. And I have maintained my weight. I'm excited about that. Now, have I hit my goal? The answer is no. But I have maintained my weight. I maintained myself. Because once you work so hard towards something, it's important to at least maintain it. What good are you building yourself up and you're not going to maintain where you come from? Right? And now to the point where I'm happy that I maintain, but now it's time to push forward a little bit more. Now it's time to put my foot on the gas. Okay? If you're happy where you are, great. Maintain it. But as for me, what I found out is once you hit some goals, you want to continue to grow. Your mind, you want to continue to want to grow and to expand and tap into new things because you feel good and confident about yourself. And so the moment that you decide that you don't want to do those things, the moment you die within yourself and you lose yourself, you're not happy with yourself. I heard somebody say this other day that they was not happy with themselves and they just wanted to die. And I hope that's not you. I hope that you're so unhappy with yourself that you can't see a way out and that you just want to die. That's a bad place to be in. A bad place to be in. So remember, when you're building your esteem up, Build a healthy esteem, okay? It has to be healthy. Healthy means you're doing it for you and not for anybody else. Healthy means that no matter what type of support system you got this yourself. It's not going to take anybody to motivate you because you're motivating yourself. So where do you go from here? How do you move forward? Go back and watch the last episode with Pastor Jackson. And he said it starts with prayer. Right? If you need some strength, start with prayer. God hears all things. Start with prayer first. And then accept the things you cannot change and things that you can. And the wisdom to know the difference. You have to know which one you can change, which one you cannot change. Like, I can't change the color of my skin. I can't change that I'm a woman, right? I can't change that my diction may not be clear when I speak at times. Do I work on it? Yes, I work on it. But I can't change the way God created me. But I can change my outlook on life. I can change how I feel about myself internally. I can change my physical appearance. I can change my hair. I can do all those changes. So those changes there, take ownership of it and move forward with it. And just know that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You all, it has been such a great ride these last 2 years. It's been a great ride. And I think about this right here. I would have never even imagined traveling from state to state to state all in year 2022. Speaking on stages, encouraging people, talking to people on how to build their business, holding my own workshops. I would not have even imagined that I would have people to come on to my podcast and tune in to me on today. I would have not ever known the fullest potential that I could offer myself and to the world. I would have not ever known how influential that I could be. I would not have ever known how powerful a ministry I could have through Christ if I had not moved forward and accepting the things that I can change and understand my purpose in life. I would have not ever known that. So I'm asking you today is this. When are you going to stop self-sabotaging yourself and start moving forward to accept all the blessings that God has for you in your life? How much longer are you going to stop it? You're stopping your blessings. You're stopping your future. How much longer are you going to self-sabotage yourself? I did it for too long. Too long. And it's time to make changes. You are here on purpose, for a purpose, with purpose. Repeat that again. I am here on purpose, for purpose, with purpose. And once you get that concept in your mind, you're unstoppable. Can't no man stop you. Can't nobody change your mind. The doors will begin to open up for you because now you're fulfilling your every desire that God has for you. You're walking in the will of God and can't nobody stop you. Nobody can stop you. When are you going to blossom into the person that God designed you to be? When are you going to stop beating yourself up? When are you going to stop saying what you're not and start believing what you are, because you are? When are you going to just tap into it? Tap into the best version of you. We got to start somewhere. So January is ending, and I hope these 3 episodes have been a blessing to you, to where you can step in and you can start resetting yourself in the direction that you would like to go in. Okay, to become the best person, the best version of you can be. So I'm going to give you steps again in case you missed it. You have to learn to accept the things you can change and you cannot change. Then you have to take action to move forward. Okay? You have to understand your purpose, find out what your purpose is and why are you doing those things. Have to forgive your past. Forgive your past. Focus on your present so you can feel your future. And don't forget your daily affirmations. Pick you a couple affirmations for yourself and say those things out loud every morning. And you'll be surprised how much you can accomplish. Because we are what we speak, right? So listen, it has been a blessing. I thank you all for tuning in on tonight. I really do, y'all. This has been probably one of the best episodes that I believe that I was able to share with you, sharing my heart out to you, just being genuine and transparent. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of you blossom and bloom into the person that you are meant to be, the person that you are called to be. I want to hear those testimonies. I want to hear the changes you've made, y'all. I want to hear you made it out of something. I want to hear those success stories. I do. No matter how big or small you think they are, it's still a change. It's a step moving forward. So if you missed the first part of the episode, you can go back and watch it on Facebook. You can also go watch it on YouTube when it's uploaded. You can also hit us on Spotify, listen while you're driving in your car, and go and like our Facebook page, okay? I'm so excited because our Facebook page got awarded, what was it? We got awarded Amateur of the Week for our Facebook page. So Amateur of the Week, Facebook acknowledged that, so I'm excited about that. Y'all, I would have never known I would be in this role. But when I understood my purpose, when you understand your purpose, let me see what it says. Understand your purpose. I'll make sure I get it right. I'm going to make sure I get this accolade right, y'all. Okay. It says, congrats. You have earned the title of Rising Creator this week. Y'all, that's what Facebook told me on this week. Rising Creator on this week, y'all. A major accomplishment. And the thing about it is, I'm not even promoting to Facebook. I'm not saying go like and share it. I haven't, but you should go like and share it. But when you operate in your purpose, so many good things start happening for you. Like I shared about 3-4 weeks ago. The podcast has been aired in 5 different countries. Right? Operating in your purpose. But the only way you're going to get there is once you start resetting yourself. And you have to reset yourself, okay? You have to reset yourself. Not saying everything you're doing is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But go to the drawing board and write things down. And things you want to change, figure out what those changes needs to be. And reset yourself from there. Keep all the good things, get rid of all the bad things, and move forward from there. And watch how you blossom and grow, okay? Again, I'm excited for you. I look forward to hearing again all the testimonies, all the exciting news. I really am. It's been so heartfelt for me on today, and I hope it has been for you as well. If you want to reach out to me and talk some more, I'm open to it, y'all. I really am. I thank you for tuning in. Y'all are my healthy loves. Have a good night. Bye.